What is up, heroes? This is Midnight Zero, and welcome back to the NCPL Season 4. This is Week 5. We're going up against Tak, coach of the Ottawa Silvallys. And he's got a very threatening team. If you haven't seen the team builder, please do check it out. I brought this team, not my terrain triple threat joke team, to deal with his mons. And there's a lot of thought that went into it. It's going to be really tough because he's got a great defensive backbone in addition to some really hard-hitting mons. It's very similar to my playstyle, and me being me, I tried to play it safe and out-bulk / balance out his bulky defensive mons. So let's see if I can do it. I'm sick and really nervous, and this is the first time I've ever actually played Tak. I've been in, I think this is the second league I've been in with him now, but when he joined the previous season of the NCPL, it was after I'd already played the team that he substituted for. So we've seen each other play a decent amount, and he's got really creative team building, and he's a good battler, so it's scary. But regardless, let's see what he brought. Buzzwole is the scariest. Buzzwole, Mamo, and Mew. All the mons, I was just talking with Lizzie before this, I said Buzzwole, Mew, and Gengar are the scariest mons for my team to deal with. So naturally, he has all three of them. And yeah, oh, Lizzie joins us, Midnight is the best. Thanks, I appreciate it. Let's see here, we'll have a nice little good luck, have fun, because Tak is a good guy, and so I hope this isn't a salty match by any means. So, if I had to guess, Z Mew, Life Orb Gengar, Scarf Buzzwole, maybe Rocks Mamo, or maybe like support Mew. Rocks has to be between Mamo and Mew, and then maybe physically defensive Tangrowth and specially defensive Goodra. No Mega Diancie. Either way, I prepped for his threats. I did prep for them, so here's to hoping we can make it happen. I think getting up my rocks is going to be really important. His only defogger he brought is Mew, so I am actually leaning more towards a support Mew set. What does he lead with? He probably leads with Gengar. Given between T-Bolt, Shadow Ball, Focus Blast, and Hidden Power Fire, he could destroy my entire team. So I'm tempted to lead Greninja, actually, and potentially just U-turn out. I don't think he would run Scarf Gengar. Could lead Porygon too, but yeah, I think I'm gonna lead Gren as he leads Gengar. Okay, cool. Now the question is he Scarf Gengar or not? I don't think he wants to deal with me, so I'm gonna U-turn here, as he probably goes into Goodra. If he were to run Scarf, it would be specifically to outspeed Greninja. It would really suck if I lost Greninja. But let's see, what would his play be? He would go into Goodra, right? Yeah, he'd probably go into Goodra or Tangrowth. I could switch into Porygon 2 here, anticipating a Thunderbolt and Scout. Maybe that's the play. Because if he goes into Goodra, I could just go for Tri-Attack, or go into my Bronzong on an anticipated Superpower, if he's running that, or maybe Draco if not. I want a U-turn here. But honestly, he's probably just going to go into Goodra anyways. And what am I going to go into then? Probably my Bronzong. So I want a U-turn as he goes into Goodra. Cool, good to know. He is not gooey, so he's probably Sap Sipper or Hydration. That U-turn did 15%. Let's open up the calc here. I just realized I haven't imported my team yet. Sorry for making you wait, Tak. It was a bit rushed this morning, but it's okay. Let's see here. So my Greninja, let's head on down to Tsuyu-chan and see how much that would do to Goodra. So my U-turn did 15%, so he's definitely not an offensive set. He's got to be like max HP, max defense for my U-turn to do that much. So he's a very defensively invested Goodra. That's good to know. I think my play then is what? He could be running EQ, he could be running T-Bolt, he could be running Fire Blast. I could go into Mimikyu and click Play Rough. How much would that do? Play Rough is doing a lot of damage. Mimikyu can do really well against this team. Once I weaken Tangrowth. Yeah, I want to go into Bronzong. Bronzong isn't as important this match, it just needs to be alive so that his Mamo is tempted to not go for Earthquake. So I'm going to get up my rocks. Yeah, I want to get up my rocks here. He might go for Fire Blast if he has it. Yep, Fire Blast does 54. This is a hefty amount of damage. So his Fire Blast did 54 to my Bronzong. Let's see here. So he's gotta have some... He's definitely not Specs, but he's probably Modest. Did 54, so he's gotta be max special attack Modest. So is he like a max HP, or like with a decent amount, a lot of special attack, a lot of HP investment? Because how do my Greninja only do like 15% with my U-turn? Oh, that's because Protean is in the calc. The ability's Torrent. That explains it. Yeah, okay, yeah. So he's definitely got a lot of HP investment, but not as he's not like max HP, max defense, or something like that. Alright, so on the Fire Blast, what does he anticipate? He maybe anticipates something else. I'm gonna Protect here. Can't say I'm surprised with the Fire Blast. As he goes into Mew. Interesting. We'll Toxic this. Is he probably just tries to Defog or Willow? Shadow Ball. Interesting. We land the Toxic, which is really nice. Synchronize, it's not gonna work for me. He's running Shadow Ball Mew that did 43%. He might go for a Z move here. Let's see here. How much is Shadow Ball doing from a defensive Mew to my Bronzong? He's got to have a lot of special attack investment. It looks like he might have just tried to bring offense to power through my team. Because yeah, max special attack Modest did 43%. Did I miss his item or something? What item is he? Is he Expert Belt, maybe? Oh, he might be Expert Belt Mew. Let's see here. If he's Timid Mew, and his item is Expert Belt. Yeah, that looks like it's the case. Max Special Attack, Timid Mew with Expert Belt. So he's probably running coverage moves like Ice Beam, Shadow Ball, Fire Blast, and something else. I'm gonna Protect here, because he's probably not running Defog. As he goes for Shadow Ball again. Okay, cool. So I can get a little bit of HP back, he can take a little bit more. Now I go into Porygon 2 for sure, because he's probably not running a fighting type move. Is he Specs? Why is he only going for Shadow Ball? He might go back into Goodra here. I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. Is he Specs? I don't think so. Because like Timid... Let's see here. How much would Specs do? Specs would be 42 to 53 if he's max special attack Timid. So I don't think that's the case. Only if he's got like, you know, 100-ish EVs in special attack in his Specs would he be doing like 43 with Shadow Ball. It's possible though. It's possible. I can just try attack here and get some chip on the Goodra. I might go into Tangrowth here. The question is, do I pull a double or not? Do I pull a double or not? His Mons don't have recovery. But he does have Gengar to potentially soak up T-Spikes, which is less than ideal. I want to try attack. The thing is, if I pull in a double into Mimikyu, I do a lot. But Tangrowth isn't weakened yet. I try attack here. As he goes into Mamo. Interesting. That did 56. Clean. Alright, so he's probably going to knock off here. So I'm going to go Scizor. Nice analytic boosted tri-attack. I'll take it. Yeah, I'm going to go hard into Scizor here. I should probably Calc first. As always. Probably Calc first. So, Mamo... Why are my sets not imported? Oh, I didn't name... Did I not name Porygon 2? Is it not named in the battle? Oh, it's not. I must have forgotten. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, Uraraka. Alright, well, let's see the custom set then. So, Tri-Attack would normally do 48 to 57 to an offensive Mamo. So, this is definitely not HP invested, which means I can probably go into my Scizor here on... I'm sure he's going to knock off. Please knock off. Okay, good. So, yeah. Life Orb. Let's see how much his knockoff did to me, and we can determine if he's Adamant or Jolly. So, intentionally not picking the Mega one yet. Let's see here. Knockoff. How much are you doing? 24 to 28 is what he would do if he were Jolly Life Orb. Interesting. 24 to 28 if he's Jolly Life Orb. Why are my calcs all weird? He's definitely Life Orb. Like we saw the recoil. We saw the recoil. I'm confused. Either way, what's my play? I'm definitely Mega Evolve here, and I either U-turn or BP. I think his switch in here might be Tangrowth, but the thing is, I switch into Tangrowth pretty well. I don't want to get knocked off by Tangrowth potentially, but I could probably go into Toxapex on it. He might just go Buzzwole here, which is scary. So I think I U-turn here. Do I U-turn here? Why? Is he not max attack? Like 100 attack investment or something like that? He must not be max attack, but he's still Life Orb. So he's got a decent bit of bulk, it seems. But my Porygon calc showed me he doesn't have any bulk. This is confusing me. This is confusing me. So I think his switch in here is potentially Buzzwole. How much does my Scizor do to Buzzwole? My Bullet Punch is not doing a lot. So I think I'm going to want to U-turn here. I'm going to U-turn. He stays in and gets Earthquake damage off. Oh, that's really annoying. That's really annoying because now my Scizor is weakened. Well, I think now I go into Greninja. Yeah, I definitely go into Greninja here. And that way I scare certain things out. He can't bring Gengar or Mew in on me. And probably not Buzzwole either because of that thing's awful special defense. Oh. He just straight up brings it in. He might be AV? He might be Scarf. Scarf Leech Life or something? Scarf Superpower? He could be Scarf Thunder Punch. That's scary. That's definitely scary. So, Buzzwole, Scary Mon. I don't really have a great switch into it. And it really depends a lot on what set he is. He might be trying to bluff the Scarf. I wouldn't put it past Tack to bluff the Scarf here. That said, I said from the beginning I do think he's Scarf Buzzwole, and it makes sense with his team composition. Could go for the fighting move. Yeah, this is one of those moments where it's really tough for me. I gotta make a bit of a gamble. The thing is, Bronzong probably dies to any hit. Bronzong probably dies to any hit. I definitely don't want to go Mimikyu. If Scizor were healthier, if I just Bullet Punched, this wouldn't be as much of a problem. Thing is, Thunder Punch or Earthquake do quite a bit to my Toxapex. But how much? That's the question, because I could potentially go into Toxapex and then switch out, gain a bit of HP back after having scouted. So Adamant, Leftovers, he's probably Scarf, so won't change anything with his damage. Earthquake would do 49 to 58 if he's Adamant, Scarf, Adamant max attack Scarf. How about Thunder Punch? That should do about, what's it called, 75% of it? Yeah, 36 to 44. I think my play is to scout with Pex here. I'm gonna do that. As he goes for Leech Life. Okay, that was a crit. So that's good to know. How much damage did that do? 22% with a Leech Life crit. On the crit. Okay, so he's looking to be Adamant. He's looking to be Adamant. He might be Substitute. That's what I'm really scared of. And the thing is, it seems like he's playing Scarf. I could probably Scald here. I think that's what I'm gonna want to do, because I don't want him setting up a Substitute. Scizor takes a Leech Life like a champ, but it doesn't really give me a lot of initiative that I would appreciate. Yeah, I think Scald is my play here. Because I break any of his subs, I have a chance to burn potentially Gengar or Goodra, though I do want a Toxic Goodra. I definitely don't want to burn Tangrowth, because I'd much rather Toxic that. The thing is, if he's sub, he's probably not sub. He might anticipate a Toxic here. He's probably not sub. Does he go Tangrowth here? Does he go Goodra here? Does he go Mew? Scald is nice, little bit of chip damage. If he goes Tangrowth, I can Toxic it on this switch in. He goes Gengar. Okay. So we get Scald, and that's fine for now. Now the question is, this could be his Zmon. This could be his Zmon. So he could be running Shattered Psyche, or Neverending Nightmare, or Gigavolt Havoc, all of which are really threatening. So I think this is the point where I sack Bronzong. Or do I just go Porygon 2? Because, yeah, he could be all-out pummeling. Oh, did I spell that wrong? I did. He could be all-out pummeling as well, which is also really scary. But that also means he doesn't have Life Orb damage. So, Focus Blast, if it's an all-out pummeling, it would do like 70-ish%, which wouldn't knock me out after a Sludge Wave, so I think I am going to go Porygon 2 here, as he potentially Thunderbolts. He Shadow Balls. Goes for Shadow Ball, so we're definitely living the next hit, and because Mamoswine is gone, we can pretty safely go for Thunderbolt. I think he's forced to go Tangrowth here. I think he's forced to go Tangrowth here. Or Goodra. Is he Specs? He might be Specs. I think I deduced that earlier. I'm considering going for the Protect here to scout for the potential all-out pummeling. The thing is, I lose initiative if he switches out. He doesn't know if I have anything other than Tri-Attack. I doubt he wants to switch his Buzzbolt in on a Thunderbolt. I feel like Tangrowth or Goodra are the safe plays here. No, I mean, it's all good, Tak. It's all good. I know he said he's playing horribly, but I don't think you've made any, like, egregious errors in your play. I just think so far it's just been, like, who's, like, one step ahead or not. Let's see here. Yeah, this is a tough spot. I think I'm just gonna play it safe and go for Thunderbolt as he goes for Sludge Bomb, so he's not choiced in any way. That's good to know. That Sludge Bomb did 21%. And his Sludge Bomb, which is worth noting because that means he's trying to poison me. Because it has a 30% chance to poison me. He might not want this thing to die, though. I want to recover here on the anticipated Sludge Bomb again. Z-move, all-out pummeling. I should live this. Yeah. Clean. So we are now at 68% HP, which means we definitely live a... and that wasn't even a roll. If he's timid, even if he's modest, he has a chance maybe to knock me out there because it does 77% max, but if he's timid, we definitely live that. If he got the poison on the Sludge Bomb, that would have put me in range of all-out pummeling, though. So that was at least well played. But now that he's probably timid, Focus Blast is only doing 44% max, so I can recover here. And we all know this is Focus Blast. So he Sludge Bombs again, gets the poison, which is really annoying, but not the end of the world. We're sitting pretty with our HP right here. He's got Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Focus Blast, and one other move. Does he Focus Blast, or does he Shadow Ball, or does he Sludge Bomb? I want to go into Pex here and just click Scald. Does my Scald kill? It will. Yeah, I want to go Pex here. Because I know he's not Gigavolt Havoc. He knows an attack is probably coming here. Focus Blast comes and it misses. Not too big of a deal. Let's see here. I want to get on my T-Spikes. He could be Thunderbolt. How much is Thunderbolt doing to me? 42 to 50, potentially. I can only scout for it. I want to get up a T-Spike for Tangrowth and Goodra and Buzzwole. So I'm going to get up a T-Spike here. He might not even have Thunderbolt. He might be running Hidden Power Fire for Scizor, potentially. Or Hidden Power Ice. He could also be running Dazzling Gleam or Psychic. Psychic should do the same amount as Thunderbolt, but basically he's got to save this. Yeah, Psychic 45, not too bad. Now what's cool is if he wants to get rid of that T-Spike, he needs to switch out Gengar right now. Yeah, so I'm gonna switch into Scizor here as he goes into Mew. That was partially because I can take the Psychic, and now he's forced to either go back into Gengar, potentially, to try and soak up the, what's it called, T-Spike. Do I even knock this out? I might just straight up knock this out, too. That's right, my Scizor I have like 8 attack. Defense is not the same, but let's see here. Mew, if he's, I don't know, offensive. My Bullet Punch might just knock this out. I don't really want to trust it though, because he's probably Expert Belt or Specs in running Fire Blast or something like that. So I think I am just going to go back into Toxapex here. Yeah, and there's the Fire Blast. It misses, it sucks, but like I think we can also agree that like it probably wouldn't have done much to my Toxapex. It's like, how much is Fire Blast doing? 10 to 12%. So now he can potentially Psychic here. Could Shadow Ball or Psychic. Psychic would be doing quite a bit, I think. If he's Expert Belt, that's going to do a lot. 63 to 75. Which is not ideal. I think I'm going to go back into Scizor here. As he potentially Psychics. Psyshock, nice. So we tank that really well. And now we can click Bullet Punch. And if he wants to go into Gengar, he's basically sacking that too, if he wants to soak up the T-Spike. And I don't think he's sub Buzzwole. Which means we can definitely, between the rest of our team, force him to go for one type of move, and then proceed to Toxic it with one of my Mons, or hit it hard with one of my Mons. And at this point, Greninja is looking really good too, with Ice Beam. If he goes into Tangrowth, we get a solid U-turn off, and that thing gets poisoned. Basically, if he goes into anything other than Gengar, it gets poisoned, and I'm happy. So, that's really good. If he goes into Gengar, he sacks Gengar, which makes my Bronzong and my Toxapex really happy. So he goes into this, and it gets poisoned, which is really nice. Now, we do not outspeed this. We do not outspeed this. He's probably running Fire Blast. He could be running Thunderbolt. He could be running Earthquake. I think my safe play here is to go into Porygon 2. Come on, Tack. I mean, I'm definitely in like a more positive position at the moment, but it's definitely not over. So I think he could be running Superpower. He could be running Fire Blast. He could be running T-Bolt or Earthquake. At this point, I think Pex is my better play. So he goes for Superpower. Alright, so that's why I'm glad I didn't go into Porygon 2. This means I also don't have to worry about Earthquake as much. And I can get up another T-Spike. I think that's my better play here. As he goes into Gengar, soaks that up, and now I can set up another one, which is really nice. We live Psychic pretty easily, so we can go for Scald here. 50%. After Black Sludge, after, what's it called, Regenerator, I'll be fine. Actually, disable. Curse Body coming in strong. So this thing at least gets poisoned, which is really nice, if he is Substitute. It's kind of annoying I don't have Scald anymore, though. He could be running EQ or Thunder Punch. I think that's what's coming out here. EQ could do a lot. I think this is where I sack Bronzong. Bronzong's not really helpful anymore, so I'm gonna go into that. EQ comes out. Alright, cool. So we even got that correct too, which is really nice. And if he is Scarf, we'll find out now as he switches into something else. Probably into Goodra or Tangrowth. I don't know what his Tangrowth is though. You can probably go into... I want to pull a W. Actually, Gyro Ball is probably the play here. So he goes into Tangrowth. That thing gets poisoned, which is really nice. We do minimal damage to that, but at this point he's got to stay in to go for something. We can Protect, get a little bit of HP back. As he goes for Knockoff, it's pretty typical of a Tangrowth set. He might go for HP Fire here, anticipating something else. So I kind of want to go into Pex. Yeah, there's the HP Fire. I think he'll go for Knockoff again now, or Earthquake. So now I go into Scizor, as he goes for Giga Drain, and we should outspeed this, I think. So now I can click U-turn, and we knock out Tangrowth. Now I pretty much go into Mimikyu and pick up a kill. Because Play Rough will knock out Buzzwole, and it'll knock out Goodra at this point. So he goes into this. We actually probably outspeed this too, just for the sake of calking it. I want to know if Shadow Claw knocks it out at this range, because, what's it called? Play Rough has a chance to miss. Yeah, it does. So I'm going to Shadow Claw here, and we don't knock it out. Darn it. Of course. That's alright, though. I don't think he can knock us out with any one hit with Mimikyu. Let's see here. Buzzwole, whether it's Earthquake, Poison Jab, etc. I don't think he knocks us out. So we can go for Play Rough here. Yeah, we'll just go for Play Rough and knock him out. So, GG Tak. Like I said, Tak is a good battler. Clearly, I think through this battle he had some difficulties with self-confidence and such, and I don't think he was as out of it as he thought he was at certain points. But I also think the team came to fruition really well. He brought offense, and I don't think his offense was able to outpower the bulk that I was able to bring. So I am glad that it worked out really well. There were a lot of times where if he did bring a choice Mon, he was forced to predict between Earthquake, Leech Life, Superpower, whatever he had, between hitting my Toxapex, my Bronzong, or my Porygon 2. Porygon 2 came in super clutch with the Spadef for Gengar in particular. Mimikyu did really well, like anticipated. The T-Spikes were really helpful, so I'm glad that that came to fruition. And Mega Scizor wasn't as much of a physical wall as I anticipated, but it helped out a lot with anticipated knockoffs. And like I said, trying to hit each of my Mons and having at least one or two Mons on my team that help build up or like help out with those resistances proved to be really helpful here. When he went for Psyshock against my Toxapex and my Scizor could come in. When he went for Giga Drain against, I forget which Mon. And I was able to go into my Scizor. Then I was able to go into, I don't know, Toxapex on the Hidden Power Fire. All that sort of stuff as he was getting whittled away by rocks or Life Orb damage or toxic damage. That was the aim here. That was my strat. It was put him in more situations where he has to make guesses than I have to make guesses on the defensive end. And over time, as time goes on, my recovery and my team's ability to recover HP over time will allow me to handle my own mistakes better than his team is able to because of its lack of recovery. But yeah, good stuff to Tak. We are 4-1 now. That was actually a 6-0. So that's going to help out with our differential a lot, which will help in the standings and rankings up until playoffs when it doesn't really matter, which is pretty cool. But next week we play someone else. I never look at the next opponent really until I start team building for them, which I only do after I beat the opponent that's, right in front of me. So yeah, good stuff, Tak. And I'll see you guys next week when we battle another team for week 6. But until then, this has been Night Zero, and this mission is complete.